You spent 40 years saving for retirement, but what if I told you the biggest threat to your future isn't your bank account? There's a hidden number that nobody plans for, and it can literally cost you everything. The reality of retirement is hitting people like a truck, and today we are exposing the financial traps, emotional nightmares, and health surprises that no one warns you about. We've all been sold this perfect story about retirement. You work like crazy, you save every penny, and then boom, you're free. No more alarms, no more bosses, no more deadlines. It's an amazing dream, but for millions of people, it's a total lie. What the financial advisors don't show you is the raw, unfiltered reality of what happens next. This isn't just about switching from earning money to spending it. It's a complete rewiring of your entire existence. And the biggest challenges have nothing to do with your portfolio. Today, we're exposing the 4 unspoken truths of retirement. We're going to break down each insane problem and then give you the actual solutions to conquer this new chapter with absolute confidence. The first and craziest surprise of retirement is the silence. That incredible freedom you dreamed about for decades can start to feel like a giant, empty black hole. For 30, 40, or even 50 years, your job wasn't just a paycheck. It was your entire life. It gave you a routine. It gave you friends. It gave you the answer to the question, so what do you do? When that's gone, tons of retirees face a massive identity crisis. Without your job title, you're left asking, who am I now? And this isn't some small question. It has insane consequences. It's no surprise that studies show the rate of depression among retirees is ridiculously high, with some estimates hitting 28 to 29%. The emotional damage is even worse for people forced into retirement, which is a shocking 40% of all retirees. This identity crisis gets even crazier with a massive spike in loneliness. Your work friends? Gone. Studies found that feelings of isolation can explode just 1 year after retiring. This is a huge deal. Experts say being chronically lonely carries the same health risks as smoking and is linked to a much greater risk of death. That initial rush of freedom turns into crushing boredom, zero purpose, and a feeling of being invisible. So what's the fix? The key is to retire to something, not just from something. This needs a battle plan. First, create a new purpose. This doesn't mean you need another 9-to-5 job. Your new mission could be volunteering for a cause you believe in, mentoring someone, or finally starting that crazy project you've always dreamed of. Second, you have to build a new routine and social life from scratch. If you used to get coffee with your work friends, schedule weekly lunches with other friends. Join a gym, a club, anything. Research shows even part-time work gives you the social hit that so many retirees are missing. The goal is to build a new structure that gives you a reason to get out of bed every single morning. It's work, but designing this new life is your ultimate weapon against the void. You've probably run the numbers 1,000 times. You have your nest egg, your withdrawal plan, and a budget you think is perfect. But the second hard truth is that retirement finances are filled with stealth costs and spending bombs that will destroy even the best plans. One of the biggest attackers is spending volatility. Research from JP Morgan found that 6 out of 10 new retirees see their spending go wild from year to year. You might spend way more than you planned on travel in that first go-go year, or you could get obliterated by a massive unexpected bill. Another study found that huge housing problems, like a new roof or furnace, were a major reason for this crazy spending. And speaking of costs, taxes will blindside you. You might think your tax bill will go down, but withdrawals from 401s, Ks, and IRAs are taxed as normal income. One big withdrawal for a new car can easily push you into a higher tax bracket than when you were working. Then there's the Medicare nuke, known as IRMA, the income-related monthly adjustment amount. This is a surcharge on your premiums if your income is over a certain limit. The insane part is that your 2026 ERMI is based on your income from 2024, when you might have been earning a huge salary. For 2026, this extra charge hits individuals earning over $109,000 and couples over $218,000, adding hundreds or even thousands of dollars to your yearly healthcare bill. Finally, there's inflation. Even a tiny bit of inflation will silently eat your money for 20 or 30 years. All of this creates a perfect storm of financial terror. It's no wonder a survey found that 17% of savers are terrified they'll run out of money. The solution is to ditch your rigid budget for a flexible financial battle plan. Flexible financial battle plan. First, make your budget bigger. It's better to overestimate what you'll spend in the first few years. Plan for that go-go phase of nonstop travel, and you can always pull back later. Experts even say to budget 1% of your home's value for repairs every single year. Second, start thinking like a tax ninja. A financial planner can help you pull money from different accounts in a specific order to keep your income low and avoid monsters like IRMA. A well-timed Roth conversion can also be a massive power move to save you a fortune in taxes later. And third, build a giant cash safety net. Having a separate pile of cash for emergencies means you won't have to sell your investments at the worst possible time, which can destroy your entire retirement if it happens early on. When you plan for these hidden drains, they stop being terrifying surprises and just become costs you can crush. Mid-video CTA. If these financial traps are freaking you out, spam the comments with your biggest money fear in retirement. Your story could actually help someone else who's feeling the exact same way. And do not go anywhere, because our next point will blindside even the most prepared people on earth. Section 3. The health span versus lifespan reality. The third truth nobody talks about is the insane difference between your lifespan and your health span. Yeah, we're all living longer, but the real goal isn't just to live long. It's to live long and healthy. All of retirement planning is about having enough money to last until you're 95, but it completely forgets to plan for the quality of those years. The emotional nightmare we just talked about has a direct and powerful effect on your physical health. Remember the loneliness? It's not just a feeling. Research has linked it to a 29% increased risk of heart disease and a 32% increased risk of stroke. Chronic loneliness is also tied to a higher risk of dementia, and some studies show lonely older adults can experience cognitive decline way faster than their peers. It creates a death spiral. Feeling lonely and depressed destroys your energy, so you stop exercising or going out. That inactivity makes your physical health collapse, which isolates you even more. Suddenly, every little health issue feels like a catastrophe because you have all day to obsess over it. While the average 65-year-old couple might need hundreds of thousands for healthcare, the real wild card is long-term care, which Medicare does not cover. An unexpected need for long-term care can vaporize a lifetime of savings with terrifying speed. The solution is to be as obsessed with your health span as you are with your portfolio. First, invest in your health right now as a shield. That means exercise, good food, and sleep, but it also means investing in your social health. Make those weekly lunches and community groups a non-negotiable part of your retirement plan. Second, have the impossible conversation about long-term care. It sucks, but you have to do it. Look at your options, whether it's special insurance or setting aside a pile of cash just for this. Ignoring it is not a plan. And third, take mental health seriously. If you're feeling depressed, anxious, or have no purpose, get help. Talk to a therapist or a retirement coach. Your mental well-being isn't a bonus. It's the entire foundation of a happy retirement. Section 4. The unexpected strain on relationships. The final hidden challenge is the colossal shift retirement causes in your most important relationships, especially with your partner. For decades, you and your spouse had separate lives, separate jobs, and separate friends. You had built-in space, then all of a sudden, you're together 24/7, and that can be an absolutely massive shock. Couples often discover they have completely different dreams for retirement. One person wants to travel the world, the other just wants to chill at home. One is a morning person, the other is a night owl. These tiny differences, which were no big deal before, can become huge fights. Old problems that you ignored for years can explode when there are no more distractions. It also changes your friendships. Your work friends might just disappear without the daily contact that held you together. And while you might be excited for more time with your kids and grandkids, this can bring new problems. For instance, some surveys show that about half of parents keep giving huge amounts of money to their adult children, sometimes destroying their own retirement security to do it. Navigating these new roles takes a level of communication most people are not ready for. The solution is to treat your relationships like you treat your money. First, for couples, you need to sit down and have serious, honest conversations before you retire. Don't just talk about money. Talk about what a perfect day looks like for each of you. How will you balance time together with time for yourselves? You have to build new routines that respect both your shared goals and your need for personal space. Second, have both individual and shared friends. It's incredibly healthy for each partner to have their own hobbies and their own crew. This brings new energy into the relationship and keeps you from becoming totally dependent on each other. Finally, set crystal clear boundaries with your family. It's normal to want to help your kids, but it should never, ever put your own financial survival at risk. Have an open conversation about what you can and can't do, both with your money and your time. Protecting yourself isn't selfish. It's what will allow you to be there for everyone for the long run. Retirement is not the simple, happy finish line everyone says it is. It's a complex, challenging, and massive life transition. The four truths we've just exposed, the emotional void, the hidden money drains, the health span disaster, and the relationship strain, are the warnings that are too often whispered instead of shouted. But just knowing about these challenges is the first step to crushing them. By planning for your purpose as much as your portfolio, by building a flexible budget, by obsessively investing in your health, and by communicating with the people you love, you can turn retirement from a time of fear into the epic, fulfilling chapter you earned. It's not an end, but a brand new beginning that you have the power to design. If this video gave you a new perspective on retirement, smash that like button and subscribe for more content to help you win at your financial life. And be sure to check out our other video on how to create a bulletproof retirement income plan to take the next step. Thanks for watching.